Along with the cloud adoption process, enterprises are deploying more and more workloads in cloud environments. However, if only one cloud account is used to host all the underlying cloud resources of an enterprise, it will be really hard to meet the requirements of resource isolation, cost allocation, and autonomous management. As a result, more and more enterprises begin to use services such as Alibaba Cloud Resource Directory to allocate their cloud resources in a multi-account architecture. However, Alibaba Cloud accounts are isolated from each other. If you allocate resources to multiple accounts, you have to manage users and resource access permissions of each account separately. This causes some inconvenience and issues. For example, if an administrator needs to log into multiple accounts to execute operational tasks, the administrator must repeat the login and logoff processes to switch accounts. To achieve single sign-on from the enterprise identity system to Alibaba Cloud, the administrator needs to configure SSO and permissions for RAM users among multiple accounts separately. If an employee leaves the enterprise, the administrator must remember to delete all the RAM users that are assigned to the employee from multiple accounts to avoid security risks. According to these examples, separate management for identities and permissions in a multi-account system leads to high management costs and high opportunity to introduce security risks. How to solve the above issues while taking the advantages of using a multi-account architecture for resource management. It will be perfect if there is a unified identities and access management service for multiple cloud accounts. Now, we do have such a service. It is called Cloud SSO. Cloud SSO is based on the single account identity and access management product RAM, but is designed for multiple accounts. We can use Cloud SSO to manage all users who need to access Alibaba Cloud resources and assign resource access permissions on different accounts for different users in a centralized manner. We can also configure settings only once to implement single sign-on from your enterprise identity provider. This way, management efficiency is improved and security risks can be controlled. We need only to perform 3 steps to achieve the benefits of Cloud SSO. Step 1. Create all users and user groups that need to access Alibaba Cloud in Cloud SSO. We can also synchronize them from the enterprise identity provider. Step 2. Create multiple permission sets and grant each user or user group different permissions on different accounts. Step 3. Configure single sign-on if we want a user to log on to the user portal by using an enterprise account. We can also choose to use the traditional username password login method for simplance. After you complete these steps, a Cloud SSO user is ready to log on to the user portal to view all the accounts that the user can access. Then, the user can access the Alibaba Cloud Management Console for each account directly. If a user would like to use the Alibaba Cloud command line tool to manage cloud resources, the user can also complete the process of logging on, selecting account, and operating on resources by using a command line tool. Cloud SSO provides several benefits. A unified user portal to allow users to log on and log off conveniently. Simplified permission configuration model to avoid repeated operations. SSO and automatic user synchronization to minimize security risks. As a summary, if we have multiple Alibaba Cloud resources that are deployed to different Alibaba Cloud accounts, and we want to manage identities and accesses for these accounts centrally, Cloud SSO is an ideal choice. Scan the QR code on the screen to learn more about Cloud SSO. 3 steps to achieve unified identity and access management for multiple accounts, with the best balance of efficiency and security.